Hi everyone, the bubble has burst in the $2,500 World Series of Poker No Limit Hold'em tournament. Among the 134 paid players is Romain Lewis, in 39th place on the leaderboard with a stack of 314,000 chips worth 31 blinds. Day 2 of the tournament is about to begin, but before focusing on the cards and chips, Romain still has some time to let off some steam before a long day of poker.
Bon, vas-y. Petit or, ça va pas avoir tant le temps, en plus c'est déjà 15. Tu commences? Oh. Je vais te copier. Ça, c'était pas mal ça. Oh là. Attends, je la refais là.
Little game of horse in the morning, always nice. Not really winning too often against Anthony here, but it's a good little preparation. Got a great bunch of buddies at home, ready to go.
Oh. Ah, chouette quand même. Bien joué, Antoine. Bien. Tu as repris ce titre que tu mérites tant. Ah, chouette quand même. Aïe, aïe, aïe. All right. All right. We're back.
T'as eu le ski de draw, je t'ai envoyé?
Ouais, j'ai eu le site draw.
Je crois que je fais personne. T'as un ou deux mecs qui ont pas mal de gains. Un mec qui a 2,5 millions là. Je sais pas comment ça se prononce, un Derrante, quelque chose.
Déjante.
C'est que des Américains.
C'est que des Américains?
Ouais.
Ça c'est pas mal. Ça c'est pas mal. Avec ce field restant, il y avait quand même beaucoup de règles. Que ce soit la Lituanie ou l'Italie, machin, que des Américains, c'est pas mal. Ouais, de toute façon, c'est ça, ça va vite bouger, vite casser à mon avis aujourd'hui, parce que vu qu'il y avait peut-être beaucoup de shorts, l'average c'était 21 ou 22 blindes ITM.
D'accord.
Donc en soi, il doit y avoir beaucoup de stacks entre 3
Par contre, ça va ralentir du coup, parce que ça passe sur des niveaux d'une heure.
Ça va ralentir, mais du coup, la table, elle va souvent sauter direct, ça va souvent faire cassage de table.
En une heure et demie, il y a la moitié du fluide qui avait ça.
Ouais, voilà, c'est ça.
D'accord.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Et là, vous êtes quoi, 135?
C'est ça, exact.
Okay. Toi, t'as combien, John?
15 blindes.
Ok.
C'est 50. Non, ouais, ça va, l'average c'est quoi? C'est 22 blindes.
Ouais, de toute façon, c'est ça. Et puis, ouais, mais donc, du coup, l'average va probablement réaugmenter petit à petit là sur les quelques premiers niveaux.
Ah, c'est ça. C'est ça. On peut vite retrouver 40 et voilà, un tournoi normal.
Bon, alors, c'est quoi les scénarios alors?
Dans le scénario, je pense que, comme on a dit, la première heure, ça va être pas mal. De toute façon, c'est ça, la table va souvent changer, donc on va jouer nos cartes sur nos moments, et ça y aura peut-être un all-in on call, et ce sera la grande différence entre avoir 15-20 blindes et 40 blindes, on va dire, 90-100 left. Le but c'est...
Alors qu'est-ce qui se passe dans chaque cas alors?
J'ai envie de dire dans...
Bon, il y a le cas où tu bustes, celui-là, on n'a pas besoin de s'éterniser dessus.
Dans ce cas-là, je vais prendre un café, je vais repartir.
Celui-là, c'est pas celui qui m'intéresse le plus.
Non, voilà, dans tous les cas, je pense qu'il y a énormément de patience et de rigueur à avoir parce que voilà, les gens, ils ont forcément de la patience parce qu'on est au day 2 d'un WSOP et que c'est un gros tournoi, mais il y a quand même ce sentiment de bon, on est dans l'argent et les tapis peuvent s'envoler un peu plus rapidement et moi je vais pas forcément être là en mode jouer les coups EV 0+, call le bottom de range de shove, je suis pas là pour ça, je suis là pour plus prendre des bons spots, il suffit qu'il y en ait avoir un ou deux, quelques spots de shove, essayer de serrer les profils des gens à table, ceux qui vont vraiment shove large ou pas, il y en a qui shove même beaucoup trop large, quoi. Il y en a qui, pour eux, folder du bottom de range de call, ce serait catastrophique. Et il y en a d'autres.
Et ça, tu fais comment pour l'identifier, là, ces profils des mecs là?
Bah, mine de rien, il y a malheureusement beaucoup sur entre guillemets, le premier instinct, peut-être le premier regard. C'est vrai qu'en général, voilà, un vieux ricain, il va pas.
Pourquoi tu dis malheureusement?
Bah, parce que c'est quand même trompeur aussi au poker, le fait de se dire ah ouais, donc sur les 10-15 premières secondes, je regarde un gars et je mets. Bah, de toute façon, là, on est un peu obligé de faire ça.
Ouais.
Mais
Ouais, mais du coup, pourquoi malheureusement? Parce que tu peux pas, de toute façon, tu peux jamais savoir parfaitement.
ouais, bien sûr,
Ça
bien
fait
sûr,
pas
bien sûr.
partie du.
C'est ça qu'il n'y a pas
process.
mille solutions. Par exemple, hier, je jouais avec un Australien et j'aurais pu jamais imaginer ces ranges de shove ou de call qui étaient genre des 3 et 4 off, des valets 9, des trucs. Et c'est dur à mettre un profil exact sur chaque joueur, mais c'est trop important sur ce genre de tournoi parce que ça fait vraiment la diff entre une décision contre un joueur peut faire la diff sur tes 20 blindes ou 15 blindes qui est un average à ce moment-là.
Ouais, tout à fait. Ouais. Donc, comment tu fais pour te rapprocher le plus possible de ce que tu penses être le juste profiling, sachant que tu peux jamais le faire parfaitement. Parce que, mais ça, c'est pas mal. Pour moi, c'est
Ouais.
pas malheureusement. C'est la nature du jeu.
Ouais, je suis assez
Et
d'accord,
puis en
je suis
plus,
assez
là,
d'accord.
vous êtes tous assez short, donc t'as pas non plus 15 orbites pour te faire une idée des mecs, quoi. Tu vois.
Ouais, c'est
Donc,
ça.
comment est-ce que tu fais pour être le plus précis possible?
Je pense que c'est revenir sur les mots d'ordre, quoi, et revenir sur la rigueur et la patience et le awareness, quoi. Awareness,
Ouais.
tu sais, je sais jamais trouver ce mot en français.
Ouais, la conscience ou l'état d'alerte, quoi, peut-être.
Ouais, voilà. Et du coup, ok, la patience, ça va être si j'ai des premiers spots et que j'ai une intuition rapidement contre un joueur, peut-être attendre au moins une confirmation en 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes avant d'agir, parce que chaque coup est vraiment, vraiment important. Après, ouais, c'est.
Est-ce qu'il y a des spots où tu pourras pas te permettre d'attendre?
Ah forcément, une partie des spots où,
Et donc là, il se passe quoi?
après c'est le jeu qui parle. Après moi, si bien sûr on me distribue une main où je suis obligé de mettre tout mon argent dans le premier quart d'heure, il y a
Ouais, mais
aucun
je veux dire,
problème.
est-ce qu'il y a des spots où tu vas avoir, c'était pas ça que je voulais dire, mais si tu as un instinct sur un mec et que tu n'as pas encore vraiment l'impression que tu as eu le temps de l'étudier, mais que tu as une intuition sur ce qui est en train de se passer?
Elle sera vraiment dans le moment, quoi. J'ai du mal à dire en avance
D'accord.
comment je réagirai sur le moment. J'avoue que on m'a beaucoup surpris dans ces 2 premières semaines de Vegas, 2-3 premières semaines de Vegas. J'ai presque oublié à quel point on pouvait aller chercher des mains dans un spectre.
T'as été beaucoup surpris, ça veut dire que tu t'es
Dans tous les
souvent
sens.
trompé, ton intuition t'a souvent trompé, tu veux dire?
On va dire dans 4-5 coups importants depuis le début de ce jour, on m'a retourné des mains ou des situations que j'aurais jamais cru, quoi.
D'accord.
Par rapport à mon profiling ou par rapport
D'accord.
aux situations, et que c'est souvent quelque chose
D'accord.
qui est propre du live aussi, beaucoup, quoi, qui est propre de gens qui jouent en vrai, qui sont là pour leur.
Ah, du coup, c'est important ça, parce que qu'est-ce qui se passe si tu dis qu'il y a eu plusieurs fois, et notamment dans des spots importants, où du coup ton jugement était un peu à côté ou erroné ou quoi, qu'est-ce que tu en fais aujourd'hui si jamais tu te retrouves face à un spot où tu as cette intuition de nouveau?
Ouais, je pense que le plus
Comment
important.
tu utilises ce qui s'est passé alors?
Ouais, je pense que le plus important, justement, c'est d'essayer de faire abstraction de ce qui s'est passé sur certains showdowns et certains coups, et de se dire, c'est pas parce qu'il y a un mec, il y a 4-5 jours, qui m'a bluffé une situation de dingue pour pas cher, que là, aujourd'hui, ce sera le cas, ou que je dois toujours payer ce genre de situation maintenant.
D'accord.
Parce
Donc ça veut dire que tu resterais plutôt quand même sur ton intuition, tu as envie de faire plutôt confiance à ton instinct?
Ouais, et de
D'accord.
pas me dire, vu que j'ai vu ça il y a quelques jours, du coup maintenant je vais agir de cette manière. Non, de
D'accord.
savoir que c'était beaucoup d'exceptions et beaucoup de cas rares,
D'accord.
et que ouais, je me fais toujours extrêmement confiance pour, sur le moment, à table, essayer de trouver la meilleure solution, quoi. Mais ouais, patience, rigueur, acceptation, et un peu de flair, quoi. Dans un jour comme ça va souvent se décider sur 2-3 décisions importantes.
C'est ça,
dans
c'est
la
ce que je
journée,
dis, c'est
quoi.
pour ça. Et ces décisions, elles vont peut-être arriver très tôt dans le process aussi, tu vois. Peut-être
Ouais.
que ça va être dès que tu vas t'asseoir, tu vois,
Ouais.
dès les premiers coups. Donc, c'est important d'être au clair de qu'est-ce qui se passe justement si tu as un arbitrage à faire là-dessus. Entre là, putain, là j'ai mon intuition qui me dit ça, mais c'est la première main, le mec, tu vois, je suis sûr de rien. Ça fait partie du jeu, encore une fois.
Ouais,
que t'es
carrément.
pas sûr de ce qui se passe. Bon, mais cool.
Et non, et ouais, content d'être là, quoi. Content d'être là. Beaucoup de. Ça faisait longtemps, et puis j'avais oublié à quel point j'adorais, quoi, être dans ces situations de Day 2, de être là dans un deep run, de WSOP. C'est un bonheur, quoi. C'est vrai que quand. On n'aurait pas pu s'imaginer une pause aussi longue, et c'est que j'avais oublié à quel point j'aimais, quoi. J'avais oublié un peu, ouais.
Là, ça c'est bien. Mais du coup, tout le monde, de toute façon, l'envie là, elle est tellement palpable là chez tout le monde. Depuis qu'on est arrivé, c'est de la folie, je trouve. Allez les gars,
Allez.
good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, coach. You ready, Johnny? Let's do this. C'est vrai que c'est un peu la course. Je sais pourquoi il va aussi vite. C'est vrai qu'il est 59.
Des fois, il démarre à l'heure quand même.
Eh oui, mon Johnny, eh oui. Allez, on va chercher là.
Alright, it's always great to have those 5-10 minutes in the car with the coach in the morning. He really has the great questions to ask. It puts me in a great mindset. And on our way to a good day two here with John, a really good friend, first ever coach in the poker world, first ever guy I knew that was a professional poker player. And I looked at him, I was like, how the hell did you do this? And now we're both here.
Ça joue déjà.
WSOP 2021, bit late, we gotta run.
Moi,
Let's go.
Regarde. Vas-y, gel, bro.
Right, find my table quickly, and have I missed a hand? Sure, I missed a hand, okay. Her being on time was never my strong point. It's a bit annoying to miss a hand, but hey, it's not gonna put me off track for the day.
Stay out! 426!
It's gonna be a long day.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Here you go. How many hands did I miss? Two? One? That's okay. No big break.
Okay, no problem. One small one missed. We're back in the mix now, 100 players left. Malta is a poker bracelet to play for. And this table, same as before. I'm sure I've played these guys before. This for sure is one of my English friends, but all the names, I'm so bad at names after so long. These are definitely familiar faces for a few of them, but it could have been years ago. Random WSOP tournaments, so I don't have much information. Alright, 10-8 suited here. Good enough for me to open up. Start to get some action in today. Alright. Pair in small blind.
Can I see your stack there, please? Okay.
It's a bit of a loose open for me, but I'm happy with the flop. I'm playing against two players, not too deep. I've got top pair when I open 8-10. I mean, that's obviously good news. I'm going to bet for protection and value. I don't think I have many streets of value, but this bet on the flop is important. I don't want them to get a free card of Queen Jack, King 10, hands like this, and it's tough for them to find check raises as bluffs on this board. I can value comfortably against 8-9, pocket 5s, pocket 7s, maybe an ace-6 and ace-4. And then we'll see on the turn, because I won't be happy multi-barreling this too much. Seems like a tough decision here in the small blind. Hopefully he doesn't do anything crazy. Okay, that's good. Oh, perfect. Okay. Got the pot down. Kind of hope for much better. Good start to the day. Miss one hand. No problem. Got the next hand. Come on. Alright, table breaking really quickly. How often going to happen with so many short stacks when the tournament bubbles the night before. I mean, the tables go really quick. It's a nice structure. We're playing 1 hour levels today, but
Alright guys, good luck.
it's obviously going to go quick at the beginning. New table, new adventure.
Hi there.
Welcome, young man.
Thank you very much, sir.
Friendly dealer here, I've seen him before. And here we go, new table, new buddies. I've played against James a few times, I recognise him and these American guys I haven't played before, I don't think. Some strong looking regs, but it's harder with the masks on as well now. I'm not getting the facial expressions. Alright, 9 of spades here. Good enough hand for me, of course, here. To raise it up. I like raising quickly when I arrive at a table. It sort of sets a tone, but it doesn't look like my neighbour here on the button really enjoyed it. It's always going to 3-bet me. Not too expensive, a little less than 2.5x. I mean, it's one of these situations where I am priced in to call, but do I really want to call with a tournament strategy of conserving my stack? I don't really want to see the mathematics of this hand. I prefer to go to the next hand and play my stack this way. I've looked down at Jack 7 suited here. Probably a loose open, but I don't think that player's going to 3-bet me 2 times in a row, or not light at least. So it sort of means that I'm happy to put myself in this situation where I'm playing against the big blind here. Okay, I got myself a flush draw on the Queen 6-4. It's a board that I'm going to see bet very high frequency, but not a lot, so I'm going to put a little bit less than a third pot here. And see how it goes. It's probably a hand I'm going to at least 2-barrel to make fold some 4s, some 6s. Maybe not 3-barrel, I'm not sure yet, but it looks like my opponent seems interested. He's picking up some chips. Oh, he's going to go for a raise. Okay, this is interesting. He could raise some draws, he could raise some 5-7s, 5-3s, but he could also raise some strong holdings like King Queen. If he doesn't 3-bet Ace Queen from the big blinds, for sure check raising here. He's got pocket 6s, pocket 4s, Queen 6, Queen 4 for the obvious hands, and maybe something like King 5 of diamonds, King 7 of diamonds. Maybe a King 8 of diamonds, something like that with bluffs. I quite like it. Obviously I'm not going anywhere here with my flush draw. Got direct odds. I want to hit on the turn, that would be very nice. The ace is not a great card. I could have a few aces. I could have my ace 6, my ace 4. Oh, he's gone for a very rapid check here. Something tells me that he has some showdown value here. He's checked really quickly, and I can only imagine him continuing to bluff with a hand like 5-3 or 5-7. don't think he has flush draw that often, but it does look like he's got some sort of showdown value here. I see him check folding the turn, I can't see, so I think I'm just going to take the 3 card here. What was that? Ah, it's the 5 of diamonds, not the card I wanted to see. Cav jack high here, he'll never win. My question is, do I bluff if he checks? I'm not sure. He was repping pretty strong there with that check raise on the flop and a really quick check on that turn. I think I might just give it up here if he checks. Or do I have to bet if he checks? Oh, this is a tough one. Okay, he's gonna... Looks like going for a bet himself. No, he's bet himself. No decision for me. Can I turn this into a bluff? That'd just be a bit crazy, wouldn't it? I mean, I do have the 7 of clubs. That is basically the card that I want him to bluff with for time's time. I can't bluff this combination. Just give it up.
It's quick 40-day one. 21 blinds average on the bubble.
It is nice to make some money. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, but they just click buttons with the structure fees.
It's a bit fast. Playing at the Venetian and you're getting 50 blind average and stuff like that, and it goes fast as well. I mean.
You play a Venetian too.
From time to time. There's no WSOP on.
You have to wear a mask there, right?
That's true. Very annoying. And they're really annoying with the. They always like put it back. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm looking down here at 3-4 of hearts. It's obviously a hand I'm going to defend. Everything that's suited and connected at these moments is nice with the discount and the big blind. So give me a small flop PW, that'd be really nice. Okay, it's a really interesting one. I've got a flush draw here, not much to come with my flush draw. And it looks like he's going to go for a quick c-bet, quite an expensive c-bet. Alright, 25,000. There's not much I can do here. It's not a flop I want to raise. 8-8, 6. I'm not going to be raising many hands of value. He could continue as a bluff on a few streets, so I'm just going to call this and see what happens on the turn. 9 of spades. Okay, it's not the greatest card for me right now.
It could have been worse thing to be looking at. With
It could have been worse.
But if I check here, I'm just going to check fold my equity. It's a bit of a turn that could make a lot of my holdings much more better. And when I look when he raised, he shouldn't really have 9-8. Okay, he has 9-8 suited, but he'll never have 8-6, 7-5 or 7-10. These are all hands that I have. I have 9-6, 9-8. Maybe I could lead the turn. I like it. I'm going to lead the turn. Make believe I've made something here on the turn, like a straight with 7-5 or a straight with 7-10. Hands that he can't have. I could get something to fold straight away, and he'll probably call an ace right now. It's pretty impossible to fold an ace, but I think if I bet at it twice, I've got about pot size bet river. It means I have to probably go all in if it blanks out, but I mean, it's pretty strong. I think it's nice to have a bluff here. I mean, I have so many good hands. Looks like he has hesitating, and okay, he doesn't look like he's going to fold. This is not the greatest of news. If you can put a heart out there, Dilo, it'd be really nice, because otherwise I think I'm going to have to bluff it. 9 of diamonds, not great. It's not great. I mean, only 8-6 now is nothing. That's a hand I could have checked raising the flop. Maybe now I can even make believe I have a 9. Yeah, I think I'm going to bluff this one. I mean, I could have now a hand maybe like 9-7 that's made some trips, 9-10 I sort of decide to play that way. And it's tough to find bluffs for me. I've got myself in this spot. There's more than 230,000 in the middle. I've got about half pot, I'm gonna go close to all in, leave myself a blind or two. But I believe that it's a moment that, yeah, I have to do it. Alright, he's got good odds. Bluffing all in half a pot here is really not the nicest sensation in poker, but can I get an ace for it? I think I can. I mean, it's really tough for him to just call down ace queen and be like, alright, what do you have? My heart's racing here really quickly. I'm feeling a bit of pressure. I don't want to show it. I don't love bluffing flush draws generally, but this one, the way it played out, I think I like my bluff. Makes me a bit more calm on the interior, but oh man, all he has to do is pull out one chip and I'm out of the tournament. I mean, it's important for him. He's got 150,000. Come on, give it up, man. It looks like he's what's he doing? Okay, I'm feeling the pressure here. Hopefully I'm not showing anything, but come on, it's tough to find a bluff here. I know I don't need to bluff very often for his call to be good, but it's tough to find one here. Fold your ace, man. Fold it. Come on. Yes, give it up. Yes! Oh, okay, brilliant news. Oh, I just looked 2-3 times like he was gonna just put the chip in there at the end. Ah, that's what live poker is all about, guys. What live poker is all about. Those sensations are back. Little tanks on the river. Ah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Alright, my heart is back to a normal beating rhythm. And I'm pretty made up here after that last hand. It's not easy to get these sort of bluffs through in this game. Now I'm looking at a very nice hand, 10-9 of spades. I'm going to continue my aggression here. Friend in the big blind here's got about 200k. And we're going to see a flop. Alright, Queen Jack 3, it's a good start. I got up and down straight draw, so of course I'm flop. I'm going to bet at least twice. I can put pressure on jacks after a second barrel. Here I can fold out some ace high, some king high straight away. Alright, all good. Always pleasant to have an easy hand after a complicated one.
Give it to him, Bob. Let him have it.
He's going to that table and it's next to break. So
oh wow. Doing some work.
Did they film the whole time?
From like 200 and something left, they were filming.
What did they do with this?
And then you'll see on YouTube in a few months. Okay. It might be you.
Somebody might.
I apologize now. So we're going to break up, that's right.
I see my good friend Arthur in front of me. One of the best players in France. If not the best at the moment. I got Florian, two friends on this table.
Are you the champion last year?
No. I'm the champion of every year.
Every year, yeah. Not better.
Short version.
Yeah, just everyone. Like,
Table's getting tougher, of course, more the tournament goes on. The less spots at the table, the more professional players we see. It's often like this at the WSOP. You start the tournament of 800, 900 people, don't know anyone at your table, and you come 80 left, and all of a sudden, it's a bit younger, it's a bit stronger, it's a bit... People are more used to playing, and that's how poker tournament evolves. I really enjoy it. First hand here. And under the gun raised to 24,000. Looks like my friend Florian under the gun 1 seems very interested. Oh wow, he's 3-bet to 75, and I'm looking down at pocket kings. I mean, there couldn't be a much easier spot for me here.
Ouais. C'est ça, mais ça.
Under the gun opens, under the gun won 3 bets, and I've looked down at pocket kings. No other play than to jam. I don't think I can induce anything. I'm probably jamming something like pocket queens, pocket jacks will be really tough, and ace king, so let's just hope for the best. Sorry about that, Flo. Oh wow, he does seem interested. Looks direct. He is. Neighbour to the right. If he calls here under the gun, probably only has aces. Maybe queens, but even queens in this situation could probably find a fold. Well, that seems like a tough spot for my friend, and okay, I thought Flo just slap called me there, but he didn't, so that means he doesn't have aces, which is already a bit of a nice little bit of news. Okay, now all I have to do is hope that he makes the wrong decision, really.
4-13.
Looks like we got about the same stack as well. This is a really tough spot. I mean, I can only imagine here with pocket queens or pocket jacks. I think ace king is kind of an easy fold if he decides to 3-bet it there. Never easy to fold ace king pre-flop, of course, but it looks like he's gonna fold his jacks or something. Alright, all good, well played, Paul.
Good fold, good fold, good fold, good fold, good fold, good fold.
Yeah, he's a good friend. I like to put him in the best mental position possible. If it makes him play hands 5% better in the future, it's good for him that I show here. I'm not going to show too often, but of course, friends, I will. Okay, you keep that. You can keep that. It's alright, it's alright. Alright, we go again. We change tables again. This is can't really get used to any table here. It's tournament poker on a day 2. When you don't get the luck of getting a small table straight away, it means often not really getting to know your neighbours and continuing the adventure. Let's go. All we need is a good table here until the end of the day, and we could put ourselves in a great situation. Alright, who do I know here? Okay. Seems the same since I've sat down. My table was in Vegas, like, hey, I've played with you before, but I do not remember anything about your game. Alright, so no real familiar faces, no players that I know very well. It's just time to get back in the game. Head down. Let's go. I've looked down at a brilliant hand here on the button. And two options, of course. I could call here on the button with disguised hand, very strong holding, and play it that way, or I can 3-bet my player, play it more the standard way, put some pressure on, try and play heads up maximum. That's what I'm going to do. And if he wants to play a big race, we're going to play a big race. Alright, he's pushing it all in, 250,000. Let's just hope that he doesn't have kings or aces. Pocket nines, okay, we're playing a standard flip here, 500,000 in the pot. Is to get really good in this tournament, to get more than 60 blinds. I have to hit an ace or a king. That's not a good flop for me. Just come on, dude, ace or king. Oh, so close, queen. Alright. A bit of a shock to my stack just arriving at the table here, but what can I do? You know, I can choose to call there and play on the button, or I can choose to 3-bet call. Both options are fine, and I've got to be okay with my aggressive way of playing. I mean, pocket nines, I could easily have dominated there, so okay, I think it was a good move, and I just got to move on now. It's okay, I've still got 270,000. It's not the 700 or 800 that could have been if something else happened, but I've got to concentrate on what's in front of me and the next hand, and not portray myself or think of the past. It's all good, we're doing well.
Allez Adrien, arrête, tu t'assois.
Putain mec, mais tu sais ce que c'est ce truc? En fait ça m'a fait sauter ma blinde,
Mais non.
Donc je suis passé de genre big blind, j'ai pas payé, au cut-off tu sais.
Elle est belle.
T'es bien?
Non, je suis 270. Je viens de perdre As-Roi de 9 pour genre 600. Ouais. Allez, ça joue. Ouais. Ah Johnny, mec, je te cherchais. T'es encore là, c'est bon ça. T'as combien? 220. On se fait un petit swap 10. J'ai 270.
Allez.
Ça, j'ai joué le pot pour monter à quasi 900, 800 là avec As-Roi contre de 9.
Ok.
Ça, vas-y en plus. Pas grave. Et toi, bien, tranquille?
Ouais, j'ai bossé un short direct BVB, genre 10 blindes, Dame 6 off, Moline,
Belle.
Payas Valet. Tranquille.
Normal.
Et après des petits pots.
We love it.
Voilà.
We love it. Puis après, j'arrive à la table de Arthur et Flo, ça fait Open UTG, mais j'ai genre 2 mains là-bas.
Ouais.
Flo, il travaille UTG 1 mec contre 20 blindes. Moi, j'ai 2 rois, UTG 2 ou 3. Olin, il a fold de Valet.
Ah, il y a pas de valet.
Ouais.
Excellent.
Ouais, standard, je crois, franchement. Je jamme jamais de 10. Je jamme As-Roi et de Dame, quoi.
Ouais. Ouais, dans ces postes de c'est chaud.
Ouais. Et de Valet aussi, quoi. Ouais.
Alright, end of the break. Still a few friends in this one. It's obviously the best part of the French contingent. Maybe 4 or 5 or 6 players still in. I mean, on the WSOP with 50 players left out of 900, it's not bad. See Adrien, Clément, John. We can do something nice here. Arthur's at the table. It's nice, these feelings of 8 tables left, 7 tables left. Quite good, a few well-known faces. Really feel at home here. Jack here, 20, 25 blinds. Every hand is so important from now on, but I'm happy to open this one.
We'll get it for you.
repping strong here under the gun. Okay, I'm happy you folded there. Alright, let's play poker. Queen 6 deuce is a good flop. I'll be c-betting very, very, very wide here under the gun against big blind. Not much he can do, very hard to find any sort of check raises in his boots, so I've got an easy c-bet. Okay, good news. Never really want to put the second barrel there. Often has a queen when he check calls a flop, at least a 6. So happy that one goes through. It's important for my stack, and we keep going. Non.
Passe ma face d'aller bouton contre
Bah GG hein.
Ouais.
Ça va faire quoi là?
Je crois que
Ça va grind ou ça va chill?
Ouais, je sais pas, il y a le 1000, peut-être pas citer de suite, mais je vais voir.
Il va quand même être beau quoi.
Ouais, bah.
Parce que c'est le tournoi du week-end, c'est ça?
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est aujourd'hui et demain. Le winner.
Il va y avoir une tonne déjà.
Ah bah. C'est les joueurs, je pense.
Combien?
4 minutes. Ouais. Mais ouais, je vais faire une petite pause et puis.
GG my bro.
Foncez.
On va essayer. Of course, friends have got to bust out, don't they? If they got so many stood in, 40 to 50 left. It's always tough to bust these moments because we know the run was there, it's only a few cards away.
A difficult start to the day, Romain. In addition to changing tables countless times, you lost the crucial flip that could have propelled you to the top of the leaderboard. After 2 hours of play, we're well into the $2,500 no-limit event with only 50 players left, but your stack has shrunk to less than 10 blinds. You're entering a very tense phase, but don't worry, we'll be right behind you to cheer you on in the next episode of Inside the Mind of a Pro.